Hello, my name is Chris McFarland, and this is my game Tallowmere. Comes out on Steam today, March 3rd. Pretty excited. As the developer, thought I would just quickly show this game off to you, so you can learn how to play. You start in this hometown area. Up here, you can sacrifice kittens if you need extra health. Talk to Old Man Mazar, who does some stuff later on. Lady Tallowmere will heal you if you need healing. This is Mr. Biggins. A V-Sync terminal. This is the Punisher, which has a lot of different settings to make the game harder if you want a real challenge. And a hometown merchant, so you can buy potions and items once you get some coins. So we'll start off. Head down the elevator into the dungeon. This is a tireless guard giving you some tips as well. We'll just get right into things. Now, Tallowmere, infinite number of rooms, theoretically. You start with an axe and a shield, and you basically don't want to get hit by things. You want to use your shield to block attacks. You can jump as well. This is a fire mage. Now, let's see, if I don't block with my shield, I get hit and take damage. But if you use your shield, the shield blocks the damage and you don't get hit. And to get through to the next room, you need to find a key. And someone in the room has the key, and there's the key over there. Now that was room 1. Room 1 has 1 enemy, generally. Room 2 will have 2 enemies. Excluding these little flying Zeries, because they don't count. They're just small and annoying. But you jump, you use your shield. This is an ogre. He'll stun you if you don't block his purple bomb successfully. There's a chest, some loot. Oh, a 2-star piece of loot. Ooh, plus 2 health on kills. So we'll grab that, we'll open up the inventory screen, go down to the outfits, and we will equip this 2-star piece of loot. Nice. This is a leaper. They're a bit short-sighted, but they're a melee class. Boom. Alright, got the key. On to the next room. Spikes do damage to you if you're not careful. This is a flail knight. This one's a giant flail around. Down here we have a little Zeri and an elite conductor. Notice the giant health bar because they hit harder and they have more health than normal balls. This game is all about using your shield when you need to, and then letting your shield down to leash out some damage. This indulging is acid trap that keeps getting triggered. Done. And we've got an ice wand, which is pretty cool. Now I'll press up and down on the controller. You can also use the keyboard to play, but up and down to switch weapons quickly. Now with the ice wand, you just gotta be standing still. And as long as the enemy's in range, it'll auto-target. And now this is a pretty overpowered. I got some lucky loot. Health potion's always handy. There, little Zeri. Alright. Yeah, if the loot's random in the game, so sometimes you get good loot early on, sometimes you don't. Conductor, look at that, he's just melting. Well, not really melting with an ice wand, but...
You have amassed a soul. You have acquired a grenade statue to increase
I've
your
also
strength.
got some grenades here. And the blue soul group, I just turned in this demon statue, and will give me some stats. What do we got? Some health, extra damage, and reduced stun duration, which is cool. And I just picked up a shield there, but it wasn't a special shield, so we'll call it trash. As you probably noticed already, infinite jumping as a base mechanic in the game. There's no double jumping or single jumping, it's infinite jumping. You can't just jump all day long if you fancy.
You have acquired the flamethrower.
You also got the grenades to show off. Some grenades in. Oh, nice. Let's see. Now, you can't completely block trap damage, but you can reduce the amount of damage you take as long as you have your shield out and are facing the trap. Let's see, room 6, double trouble. Grenades down. Grenades. And I'll throw off the flamethrower. Of course, it does 1 damage, so it kills them in 1 hit. Oh, the katana as well.
You have acquired the katana.
So your flamethrower will put a damage over time tick. Like, they'll go up in flames and take damage even if you're not hitting them. And I'll show you the katana quickly. The katana, it's a melee weapon, however, it teleports you to a nearby enemy if an enemy is in range. And you don't know which enemy it's going to port you to, so basically, you can just spam your attack as fast as you can. Oh, look at that, a rocket launcher.
You have acquired the rocket launcher.
Rockets are fun. Now, I believe the next room... Ooh, double elite ogres, okay. Since we're just overpowered right now. Treasure chests. Now it might look easy because I'm not taking much damage, and that is because I'm using the shield at all the right times, if I can time it just so. I mean, it's as simple as pressing the trigger, or if you're using the keyboard, pressing right arrow and left arrow to attack. But yeah, I've gotten lots of damage stats, so they're melting pretty easily. But I believe if we go to the next room, they will level up. They'll become a little harder, hit a little harder, have a little more health. Enemies grow stronger. Doctor, yeah, you didn't die in 1 hit, took like 3 hits it looked like, so that's cool. But again, yeah, so if I don't have my shield out, and I take damage, but by simply having your shield out and facing where the damage is coming from, you completely negate the damage, and that's the name of the game.
Find a demon statue to increase your
And it sounds easy, it might look easy, but as each room has more enemies than the last, I mean, this room has about 7 enemies, room 10 has 10 enemies, room 30 has 30 enemies, and room 60 has 60 enemies. And I've made it to room 61, so that's my, like, highest score ever. I'm keen to see if other people can get to room 60, or even further, because it's hard, like, 60 enemies all trying to kill you in a potentially small space. It's challenging, I say. But you get loot along the way. You hit harder, the enemies hit harder, and that's the name of the game. Try to get to just to see how many rooms you can clear. And this is a jailed merchant, and they sell loot. And they're usually cheaper than the home merchant too. Now you can buy an anti-stun potion to negate the purple ogre stuns. I'll have to show you the stuns actually, but I'll just buy one of those quickly. There's the Emerald Dagger too, I'll show that off.
You have acquired the Emerald Dagger.
And we'll just quickly clean up. What do we got? Max health. Let's clean up the inventory a little. Keep those. Alright, we're looking good. So, Emerald Dagger, if you equip it and hold still for a couple seconds, you'll go invisible, which means enemies won't see you. And you can do an instant backstab kill if you get close enough. So we'll come to this conductor here, jump over, and hiya! Boom. Nobody saw anything. Oh, alright, he saw something. Just kill this creeper here. Have to jump around. Now with these purple ogre stuns, yeah, so if you don't block, you get stunned and you can't move for a couple seconds, which is bad because then you take heaps of damage. But if you pop a anti-stun potion, you get a little green glow around your head and you're no longer stunnable for 5 minutes. You still take damage, but it can't be stunned, so it's very handy to have. Another ice wand.
The ice wand.
So we got lots of enemies. I think grenades. Maybe. Once. this area. There we go. Yeah, 3 damage from those spikes. That's pretty bad. Alright, we're gonna... Let's take the Katana. Now, the Katana's fun because... yeah, you get to quickly warp around. But because you don't know who you're gonna warp to... you'll buy some better grenades, sure. All the old ones. Yeah, the Katana, warp around random enemy it chooses that's near, and so if there's lots of enemies, you don't know which side you're going to be on, what your positioning is going to be, where your shield, you know, which side of the shield you're going to block. This event is possibly a spoiler, so if you don't want to see this, maybe just skip ahead in the video or something. Otherwise, keep watching if you like. This is the kidnapping scene, in which Lady Tallowmere gets kidnapped. Ha ha ha, feel the wrath of the immobilizing cutscene. Leader says, "Help me here!" And Mr. Biggins is all like, meow, meow, meow. Off he goes. So, room 10, save Lady Tallowmere. I'll also note that the, being a roguelike-inspired game, all the rooms are random, and the sequence of event rooms is randomly placed, so sometimes you might get a different kind of boss early on, and maybe later on. Ow, lightning. I've got 10 health, that's not very much. Ouch, ouch, that's alright. Back up to full.
You have acquired the grenades.
Ow! This is cruel. This is cruel. The archer knocks you back if you get too close, so he's trying to pump me into the spikes. Oh, I'm gonna blow myself up with some grenades. Alright, that was not a smooth move. Using grenades in such close quarters. So that was a room. Got to room 10, and that took 11 minutes. Not even a high score. A high score for me. But we'll continue. We'll continue. So you start over. It's a permadeath. Now we could make the game harder with the Punisher if we really wanted to. You can take off healing potions, no merchants or treasure chests even. You can make things really hard if you want as a challenge. You can also sacrifice kittens if you want extra health, and of course if you sacrifice kittens you don't get any Steam leaderboard submissions or achievements when you've got a kitten sacrificed, so it's kittens act as a more like a casual difficulty setting that makes the game easier. Originally, I didn't want you to make the game easier, but I decided that okay, we'll make the game easier if you really want, but to do that you're gonna have to kill a kitten. So up to you if you really wanna go down that route. But kittens are there anyway. Let's see, a health potion and an axe, 7 health, giant Kindle attacks, and I'm just running into this. I would say going slowly in this game is better than going into things quickly, because it's a lot easier to die if you go quickly all Rambo-like. It's more fun, perhaps, but yeah, not if you die. You have acquired the flamethrower. Now the loot runs on a 1 to 7 star rating system, and sometimes you get loot, like high-end loot early on, sometimes you don't. In theory, you can complete this game, or get very far in the game with just the starting axe and shield. You don't actually need any of this fancy loot, because you can block enemy attacks, and you can heal through the hearts and health pills that drop, or go back to town and talk to Lady Tallowmere for an instant heal. You have acquired the grenades. Because unlike, say, other games where you have to dodge or make sure you roll or jump just at the right time, Tallowmere... You have amassed a soul group. Find a demon statue to increase your strength. Tallowmere lets you use your shield as the way to negate damage. Which is perhaps a little less technical than knowing exactly how to time your jump just so. But it's still timing involved, because when you get your shield up, you can't change weapons. You can't attack. I mean, twice, sorry, half as slow. Half as fast, even. Oh, look at that, a 5-star shield with a bit of resistance and some axe damage. Oh, this looks nice. So we'll quickly put inventory. Sorry, outfits. That one, shield. Nice. This big shiny new shield. Alright. And look at that, we got like 17 damage. He just got killed in one hit. That's pretty awesome. This is another boss room, by the way. Just his hideout. So don't look if you don't want to get spoiled. I would say that Tallowmere doesn't really have a proper story per se. There are different events, but they're not in chronological order or anything. It's never know what you're gonna get when you play. And now we're pretty OP, so he's just melted. Some happy music playing. Oh, nice. 4-star rocket launcher.
You have acquired the rocket launcher.
Now, this rocket launcher also has a health regen, which is a very good stat when you're trying not to die. Okay, so let's got a key. They're dying real quickly. And all the ranged weapons in this game are auto-aim. As long as you're facing the direction of the enemy, and you'll see the little red arrow appear above who it's targeting. So it's very controller friendly, very keyboard friendly. Like you can use the mouse to attack and block. Use the scroll wheel to change your weapon, but there's no manual aiming. It's all automated. So you can focus on jumping and blocking. Now we've got the blue soul group, but I didn't see a demon statue. That's fine. I don't want to get too close to the rocket launcher as I attack, because I will blow myself up if that's the case. While it's impossible to one-shot yourself in this game, you can still do, I think it's a quarter of your health you can take off in one blow if you're unlucky. Now as well, jumping into an open space in this game isn't recommended because you get picked off from both sides, and especially if you can't see exactly what's down below. These are some special vials, but I'm not gonna activate them for this run. Don't want to spoil it for you. I'll leave those mysterious vials remain mysterious for you. They are optional. Enemies go stronger, and we're at room 10. So I think this is where we were up to last time. I blew myself up with my grenades. But we'll try not to do that again. Now the ice wand, you have to have line of sight, and you have to be standing still. And just spam that button, spam that attack button. There's up above, fire mage up ahead. We're good, we're good. Generally with Tallowmere, one or two enemies that are sort of grouped together in a close quarters aren't usually too much of a threat. It's when you get a trap above you, a trap beside you, and enemies from different angles and different parts of the room trying to pick you off, that's when things get quite hectic. Or when you got leapers trying to pounce you and you're trapped in a corner, and you've got your grenades equipped instead of a melee weapon and you don't want to blow yourself up, but you're having a hard time juggling your shield. Lowering your shield so you can quickly change your weapon without getting hammered. Oh, another Katana. Katanas were so fun. Let's go. Let's just take out this whole room. Nice. The suicidal Katana. It's all good until you get overwhelmed. leave the merchant alone. I can't be bothered. That's the thing with the Tallowmere too, as you go through, I mean, if you want to try and get all the best loot, you're certainly going to want to loot every treasure chest and visit every merchant to see if you know, you need more health potions, or maybe there's going to be some loot you can afford. It's going to help you along. However, that takes time, and this Tallowmere features a high score system based around how many rooms you've cleared and how long it took to clear those rooms. I mean, certainly when you're first starting out, you'll go slow, and better safe than sorry. But as you advance through the game, you can sort of go, I can't be bothered. I know what I'm doing, and you think you know what you're doing. It's all good until maybe the stats are a little against your odds. And you're getting hit a lot, but... Oh, sweet demon statue here. This is the Hydra boss. Don't look. You don't want to get spoiled. With a rocket launcher. This is his favorite. Now I think we already had 4-star outfit. We'll keep the coin find. Coin find is awesome. Coin find is very good if you want to be able to afford high tier loot later on. It helps a fair bit. Angry Leaper. Chase. I'm blowing myself up, of course. Got a helm. Let me just check this helm. Did look good. Oh, coin find again. Nice. We've got heaps of coin find. Alright, we got a few enemies here. And we'll check out the merchant, because we got 700 coins. Not bad. I think we'll buy an anti-stun potion. And to be honest, I haven't been using the axe very much. So I'll just clean up the inventory a little. Makes it easier when you're quickly swapping out your loot, different weapons and such. That looks good. Alright. And it also gives you the benefit of getting more coins. Pop the anti-stun potion. We'll go back to the rocket launcher. See just quickly.
You have acquired the grenades.
Better grenades, alright. Enemies grow stronger. Enemies grow stronger 2 rooms after you max your souls out. So when you max your souls out, you get a little stronger, and the enemies will get a little stronger a couple rooms later. To give you a chance to feel pretty OP for a couple of rooms, but then the enemies will boost up their health and damage. They don't feel as OP anymore. Ooh, 2 elites in there. Coins flying around. Boom, boom. There we go. A couple keys. Ouch. Just a basic helm. 2 flash. Shield. Let's see. Ouch. Double combat. Luckily, that didn't do very much damage to me. And 1,700 coins. Come on, merchant. Oh, this is ridiculous. Nothing. Next room. We're up to room 15. This is another event room. Attack of the Zeries. This room is filled with nothing but Zeries. And there's also spikes. It's very silly. It's also very fun. Because it's silly. Yeah, lots of spikes. And I'm actually getting quite hurt. I don't want to, really don't want to die if I can help it, so I'm like... Nice.
You have amassed a soul group Find a demon statue to increase your strength.
Now we've already got 3 keys, so that's heaps. One of these arrows will drop the key. We've already got enough to continue, so we'll just keep going. Now I probably should have just jumped into the fray like this, but here we are. Ouch. Elite conductor at the top. How much damage does it do? 7 health. That hurts. That hurts. And here's the door to the next room. Oh, that's a nice helm. Real quick. Great. Alright, well, that was a quick room. Since we had the key. Room 17. Jumping, archers are shooting. Oh, this guy's nice. Ice Wand is very effective against Sleepers because they slow down in midair. Gives you lots of time to kill them without too much worry. I do like the Ice Wand because you don't have to worry about blowing yourself up. However, you can't use the Ice Wand when you're in midair, so you do feel at a disadvantage if the enemies aren't positioned very well. Like this guy. Nothing. Not our lucky day, I guess. So some unwanted stuff. Okay. Oh wow, what the? Alright, see that's why the katana can be pretty bad. I think I just teleported really close to the sleeper, and him being an elite did a lot more damage than I was expecting. That was a close call. So we're gonna keep the shield out while we figure out what we're doing. We'll come down to the ground where it's a little flatter. Ow, how? Wow. Yeah, this guy hurts. I should probably... Oh, don't get the Zeri behind me. Oh my gosh, that was... Oh. I probably should have switched to the flamethrower instead of trying to close range him with the axe. There you go, room 17. 15 minutes, room 17. I think I'll end the video here on that note. So yeah, that's Tallowmere. Out on Steam now. You can pick it up and see how far you can get, because that's what the game's all about. Try to get that high score. So, good luck. Thanks for watching. Cheers.